Yeah, Sundaresh, can you please tell about yourself?
Yes, Chanu. My name is Sunderesh from Chennai, and I have around 20 years of experience, out of which 5 years into FICO consulting and rest of into domain experience.
Okay.
I hold a BCom degree and also hold a diploma in supply chain management. In total, I worked one implementation project, one rollout project, and two support projects.
Okay.
I worked for company Volan Information Services in the past for 2.5 years as a FICO consultant. I left Volan in November 2019. And actually, Volam is an 26 billion Singapore dollar revenue making company. We are into trading of agriculture raw material.
Okay.
And prior to Volam, I was working in Metric Solution, that is a consulting company. Also provide technical support and accounting services to the client.
Okay.
I worked as it's a contract, hired to contract role. There I worked for 2.5 years.
Okay. Okay, that's
And
great.
prior to that,
That's
yes,
great.
Chanu.
So what are the roles and responsibilities in your present company?
Roles and responsibility in terms of support project. Globally, Chanu, we have around 80 company codes are active, and out of which I support for we every consultant support entity wise. So I support for China entity, whereas we have 9 company codes. At least on an average, I would receive 4 or maximum 5 tickets in a day, and all of them are this is a trading company. And I used to sort out day-to-day activities, month-end queries to the end user.
Okay.
In terms of implementation project, I frequently meet with the clients to gather requirements, preparing the business blueprint, analysis the gap between assets and to be, and configuring the global settings, enterprise settings, configuring the basic GL, APAR, and asset accounting activities. And apart from this, the balance transfer as part of the control activities are the my the whole responsibility for me.
Yeah, that's great actually. So you are working as a support consultant, right? So,
Yes.
so what are the month-ending activities you was doing in your company right now?
Month-end activity, if I want to list out each activity wise, starting from the beginning, updating this exchange rate, FI period open, MM period open, releasing the billing document to the accounting, posting the recurring entries, bank interest provision, provision and payroll transactions, posting all the parked documents, GRIR clearing, vendor advance clearing, customer advance clearing, standard cost estimate, and internal audit to the AUC settlement, depreciation run, and distribution cycle, and also the escape drivers, used for allocation allocation change percentage if needed. We do it in KB 31N, and also the variance settlement, actual cost of material that we do in CKMLCP.
Okay.
The balance sheet foreign currency revaluation and the revenue GL allocation. All these are as part of the month-end activity.
So,
And
generally, how many days you carry all these month-ending activities? So you told me that around 30 to 40 month-ending activities right now. So how many
yes,
days? What is the process for month-ending activity? Do you have any idea?
in total we close 10 working days, starting from the the end users will do all the processes from posting the journals to be preparing the reports. All the consolidations will happen at the 12th date.
Okay.
Periodically, it will go. Yeah.
In CO side, you told me that so you have done you have done costing run, right? So what are the T codes generally will use the costing run? What is the process exactly?
For distribution cycle, we use KSV5, and the variant settlement CO88 we use. And for the SKF driver distribution allocation, we use KB31N.
Okay.
And there are some other TICOs as well, but I'm not sure immediately. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, then. So, how many tables you know in SAP FI CO, FI site?
FI BSEC, I mean, for tables we use on a daily basis. If I want to name it, there are few. For when we create a functional spec and downloading the data.
No, I'm asking you how many tables you know. Can you please list out all these tables? So you come across different issues in real time. So have you gone through any table? So I mean, for example, if you are doing automatic payment program, you want to check the table level. So which table generally you?
Um, uh, there are table names. I'm sorry, Chanu. I didn't remember all the tables.
Okay.
I will remember. I'll take a list up. I'll take this question and I'll mark up all the tables. I will take it.
Okay. See, so have you done automatic payment program?
Yes, I done automatic payment program.
Okay. So can you tell me how generally different bank accounts of vendor? This is one scenario. So the client
Okay.
wants to pay different bank accounts for different vendors. Okay. For example, let's say X is a vendor. So client want to pay different bank accounts to this vendor. So how is it? How it is possible?
In vendor, for each vendor, we can use different um, payment mode in the vendor master, and also accordingly we can assign the payment mode in vendor master. Accordingly, these vendor master, based on this information, when we run the payment, when we schedule the payment run, according to the vendor master, the payment mode will be payment.
I don't think it is correct. So are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. So, so do you know SAP FI to integration?
Yes, I done.
Okay.
I was part of it.
Can you list out the movement types in SAP FI to integration? So there are different types of movement types you can see. So can you list out?
The movement type. You mean the material movement type you're asking?
Yeah, movement types. If you know any movement types, so can you tell me what are the movement types? So there should
The
be, yeah, for example,
DSX,
101. 101 is
DSX.
no. 101 is goods receipt against purchase orders. So like that. So there are different
Yeah.
kind of movement types are there. Okay. So what are the movement types? So you know very well.
101, as you said, 101 is a goods receipt, and 103 is for warehouse to warehouse movement.
Okay.
And at the time of moving goods from stock to customer, stock to delivery, it is 105, I believe. Sorry, Chanu, I didn't mark up on this list. I will mark up this one.
So what is the transaction code for SAP FI to integration? So which transaction code that we need to use to assignment of GL account?
Assignment of GL account, the automatic configuration will happen in the OBYC P code. Whereas we do all the GL-wise configuration, where actual integration will happen.
Okay. So do you know what is valuation modifier?
Sorry, valuation?
Modifier.
Valuation modifier.
Yep.
modifier. Yes, I come across this value modifier.
Have you worked on bank accounting?
Yes, bank accounts. Yes.
Yeah. So what is the functionality of EBS?
Hello.
Yeah. What is the functionality of EBS? Hello.
Electronic
Bank statement.
bank.
Yeah. So what is the functionality? Why we need to use EBS? What is the functionality? Okay. So have you worked on asset accounting?
Yes, asset accounting.
So how many types of retirements in asset accounting?
Type of retirement.
Yeah, yeah.
There are we can scrap, we can sell,
Okay.
and we can support the customer. Um,
So when asset was disposal was happened, so with customer, so what is the entry will trigger?
what is the journal entry?
Yeah, yeah. So asset disposal, so it may be lost or
When the asset is sold,
right?
customer, I believe accumulated depreciation account debit, asset account credit, and loss on sale of asset account debit, and clearing account from sale of account is debit.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I right, Chanu?
Yeah, I don't explain right now here. Okay. So what is the
Okay.
AUC
Okay.
process? What is the AUC process in asset account?
Yes, I know AUC. I mean, basically, create first we need to create the AUC class in actually in OA actually, and we need to if I want to go want to do say the entire process, the configuration process, we need to create the AUC class,
Okay.
and we need to do the allocation structure. I think, and then we need to do the planning profile, and we need to create the budget profile, I believe. We need to create the investment profile, internal order, and we need to create the internal order in KO01 screen for the AUC, and we need to create a purchase order and then do the MIGO and MIRO. Then we need to create an asset class in asset class, and we need to create the.
You told me that you have worked on in month ending, so particularly how run depreciation posting, right? So what is the entry for what is the entry after triggered while posting depreciation run?
Depreciation account debit to the accumulated depreciation account debit to the asset account channel.
Okay.
That we will run in AFAB screen.
Okay. So in SAP
Yeah.
FI CO integration, so what are the transaction keys that you find exactly in your system?
Transaction keys, BSX, WRG, and FRT are the standard transaction keys that we use. And apart from this, we, according to the business requirement, we create Z transaction code as well.
So what is the GBB?
Yeah, GBB is for stock movement.
Okay, so it's offsetting entry, right? So it's a
Sorry, yeah, it's an offsetting entry.
okay.
Offsetting transaction key, yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me about what is the flow for FI CO integration? What is flow? Where exactly integration will be happen? So can you please tell from beginning?
Integration will happen happen in the goods received from a vendor in the MIGO. If you ask me, at the time of
What is the
MI,
entry will come once goods receipt has been done?
when at the time of goods receipt, inventory account debit to the GRIR account credit, and at the time of invoice receipt, GRIR account debit to the vendor account credit.
Okay. So after that, there is one more entry will come, right? So clearing bank reconciliation.
Yeah, when I mean at the time of payment, vendor account debit to the bank account credit, Chanu.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, there is another transaction key, standard transaction key, which is PRD, also we use for the price differences.
So you told me that you worked in support project, right? So what are the daily issues you have faced in your support project? Any critical issues have you?
Critical issues, at the month end time, most of the tickets we received, that needs to be clarified immediate, like P1 or
Can you
P2
give me one
tickets
example for P1 ticket which you have received and you have solved? Any P1 ticket which you come across in your current company?
Yes, I can list out few. I mean,
Okay. So what is the business process of your present?
you mean the organization structure?
No, business process. So your company business process, what exactly?
Business process, actually, they are into agriculture raw material buying and selling, trading company. Sorry, I couldn't understand the question.
No. So you don't know business process?
No.
Okay. How many consultants are working in your company? I mean, in SAP FI CO side.
We have around implementation and support altogether. We are around 25 consultants.
So you are working as a support project, right? So I think implementation is already done.
Yeah, implementation is already done. What I'm saying is rollout projects, some rollout projects and some enhancements will be coming in because our company presence in most of the multinational.
Have you involved in implementation project of your previous company? I mean, not about this company, earlier company. Have you involved?
Yes, in the previous company, when I worked with Metric Solution, I involved in the implementation project.
Okay. So how do you implement all the legacy system to SAP system? I mean, the data, how you can transfer legacy to SAP?
We use we follow ASAP methodology, and if you ask me, sorry, how we configure?
No, legacy. How the data will transfer from legacy system to SAP?
As part of the cutover activities, we transfer all the master data like bank account, profit center, GL accounts, cost center. All the master data will be transferred to the SAP from legacy through LSMW activities. LSMW.
How many steps that we need to perform in LSMW exactly?
Exactly 14 steps, Chanu.
Okay. So total how many steps are there?
Total 14 steps, out of which usually in our organization LSMW we not only use for the one activity, sometimes for other activities. I'm sorry, I'm not able to list out what are the activities, but for those we create the
Do you know IDOC? Do you know IDOC?
Yes, IDOC. IDOC is an
Yeah.
IDOC
No,
is
no.
an
I don't need what is IDOC. So in which areas general IDOC will be used? So what is the purpose? When exactly it is used? So what is the
IDOC.
application? What is the application? For example,
it,
in which areas generally IDOCs will be used?
Usually when we used to create purchase order from one vendor to the another, vendor to the customer system, we use IDOC. Creating the purchase order, and particularly transferring the data from the one warehouse to the another warehouse.
Do you know
The
interfaces?
Yeah, interfaces. Interface is the base for the IDOC.
How many interfaces you have opened up?
Honestly saying, Chanu, when we implemented, at the time of implementation, I was part of this process. So ABAPers were doing it, and I was part of this process. So I come to know what is IDOC and how to create it whenever required. Honestly, I have not done anything as a separate
Okay,
process.
fine. So what is BAPI? So when we use the BAPI?
BAPI is also an interface transferring data from legacy system to the SAP. As part of the LSMW also we can use BAPI. Also there are in some other area we use BAPI interface for paying the purchase order from the sales order from the sales request.
Okay. So are you
I,
involved in withholding tax configuration?
yes, withholding tax I involved in the previous process.
Okay. What are the configurations you have done in withholding tax?
Withholding tax, if you want to tell me the configuration step, first we need to do the check the withholding tax countries, and then we need to define the tax withholding tax keys, and then we need to define the withholding tax type for invoice posting and payment postings. I think we need to check the recipient types, check income types, and defining the business area, maintaining the tax due dates.
Business place or
And
business area?
sorry,
Business area or business place?
defining the business area.
Okay.
And maintaining the due dates, setting the withhold tax types to the company code, and the actually over here for the withholding tax, the assignment of automatic postings will happen in the code OBWW channel.
Okay.
This is what I know as part of the withholding tax process.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you, Sundaresh. Thank you very much. So
okay, sir.
I will get back to you again. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.